Morning, Honor. My name is Fernando Perez on behalf of the Office of the Public Defender.
All right. The first files I have are James Smith. Your name, sir?
Nathan Smith.
All right, sir, you've got a couple of things here. Burglary of an occupied structure, bond $5,000. Petty theft, bond $250. And another case involving disorderly intoxication, bond $250. So it looks like the total bonds would be $5,500. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Sure, yes, sir.
The Office of the Public Defender is appointed. Division 10 on the felony case and A on the misdemeanor. Your name, sir?
Yeah, 4 acres.
All right, sir. Let's see. Sir, you have a Volusia County warrant, apparently. Your bond totals $575. Looks like it's a battery charge. You'll be transported, sir, to Volusia County to answer to the charges there. William McLeish.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you've got a set of charges here. Retail petty theft, bond $500. Resisting an officer without violence, bond $100. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
I'm already been appointed.
I couldn't hear you, sir. The question is, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
I think I already got a public defender.
All right. Public defenders are lawyers. The Office of the Public Defender would be appointed in regard to this case.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
So your bonds totals $600.
He is an open case. He's out of on the case.
He's out on bond in this case. You want to take any action on it or no action?
Let's see. It's the same charges, isn't it? Retail theft and resisting without. On that, the new one?
This is petty theft and resisting without. But this is, they didn't print it out for you. Hold on. The other charges are robbery and resisting officer without violence.
All right, the bond on which you are released at this time, not the new case, but the one on which you're released, is revoked. All All right, next case is that of Kenneth Hardy.
He's all right.
All right, your name, sir?
Kenneth Hardy.
Mr. Hardy, you've got a charge here of disorderly conduct. Your bond at this time is $250. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
Public Defenders appointed, Division A, offer from the state.
One second, Your Honor.
Yes, 1 second as well, Your Honor. I don't believe this man was listed in the move-ups. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at felonies, that's silly. There we go. City and county ordinances.
The state does not have an offer, Your Honor.
All right.
Come on, Your Honor.
All right, that's it then.
How long am I gonna be in here on that?
We have to go to court to get, so you want to get in touch about that week. So we want, definitely.
I don't have it. The judge, can he give me time served?
All right, the next file is that of, looks like Adolfo Salinas Soba Bar. Sir, what is your name, please?
Adolfo Salinas Ovalbarro.
All right. Sir, you've got an open container charge. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
No. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, public defenders appointed, offer from the state.
Your Honor, the state has no offer on this case as well.
All right. If a plea of guilty or no contest is entered, the court would sentence this gentleman to 5 days, credit for 2 days, time served, and court costs totaling $273 payable within a year, adjudication of guilt.
Okay.
Is he a brand new state attorney?
client would like to accept the court's offer at this time and enter a plea of no contest.
All right. There's a factual basis stated here in the arrest affidavit. The plea would be accepted, and that penalty would be imposed, adjudication, and 5 days credit for 2, and the court costs as previously announced.
Payable in 1 year.
Yeah, you're right.
Three more days. Today.
Yes, sir.
All right, the next file is that of Kenneth Jeter.
Good luck, sir.
Is that you, sir?
Kenneth Jeter.
All right. Mr. Jeter, you've got a charge here of trespass on property after warning. Is there any offer from the state on this case?
They used this.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Office of the Public Defender is appointed to represent you. If a plea were to be entered, there would be an adjudication, 5 days Orange County Jail, credit for 2 days time served, court costs $323 payable within 1 year.
We have 2 options. That was,
I'm not saying that. I got nothing to do with that. I'm not touching nothing. Simon,
sir, one moment. Apologies, Your Honor, sir. Your Honor, apologies. Would a possible, apologies, yes. So that's just what we're looking at right now, sir. I'm going to say that. Be here 3 days, sir.
No, I'm letting you go. All the time. Let me go. All
All right, if there's no decision by the defendant at this time, we're going to move on.
Okay, good luck, sir. Wait, hold on.
No, he said hold on. He said hold on. He
There
said
you go, that's our paperwork.
Your Honor, the bond was set in this case for how much?
Sorry, sir, good luck, sir.
500.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
And the PD's appointed, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Barrington. Okay.
Linda Nelson. Your name, please.
Linda Nelson.
All right, Ms. Nelson, you've got a charge of trespass on property after warning. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Public defender.
Public defender's appointed, Division A, $500 bond. Now, on this case, is there any input from the state?
Your Honor, the state would be prepared to offer 5 days in jail, no return to the scene, and court costs.
Would the state, wait, no, would the state be willing to consider a credit time served offer? My client does not seem to have an extensive history, and she is correct. Nor does he seem a particular danger to the community.
How much credit does
2 days.
3 days?
2 days.
2 days.
Well, she's been in here 2 days, right? Okay, she's been in
I
here.
want to plead guilty to the charge.
Your Honor, the state will offer 2 days. We'll do a credit time serve offer.
Kill me out there. They tried to kill me out there.
Ma'am, we have an offer from the state. It's adjudication, credit time served. You will get out today.
I don't want to be out there around those people. They out there trying to kill me.
Okay, so you don't want to accept the offer?
No.
Okay.
All right.
There's a $500 bond. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me give her her paperwork. There you go. Good luck, ma'am.
Unusual. Mario Aponte. Right, reset. The next file then is that of Babalu Jakeshan, if I pronounced that correctly.
Jackie Sean Babulao.
All right, sir, you have a set of charges here. Burglary of a structure, bond 5,000. Petty theft, bond 100. Criminal mischief, more than 200, less than $1,000, bond $100. And dealing in stolen property, bond $150. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
Office of the Public Defender is appointed, Division 17.
Bond, like 500.
In total?
No, it'd be 500 for the top first one. But good luck, sir.
All right, next file is that of David Benson. There are 2 charges here, possession of cocaine and no valid driver's license. Sir, do you want me, are you Mr. Benson?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, sir.
Public Defender's appointed, Division 16 on the cocaine case, and Division A on the no valid.
You said Division 80 on no valid?
Say again?
You said Division 80 on no valid?
No, Division A is an apple.
A, thank you.
She qualifies for PTR.
And what are the charges again?
Possession of cocaine and no valid driver's license.
Now, when they qualify for PTR, does the judge always grant that? All right, even though he qualifies for PTR, that qualification will not be considered at this time by the court, so the bonds remain at a total of $1,500.
if the defense may be heard, my client does not have an extensive history, and the facts of the case show it was, by the estimates of the officer, allegedly a small baggie. Would the court be willing to reconsider in light of the fact that my client has no extensive history and the facts of the case don't rise to a level to completely discount PTR?
Well, in regard to the cocaine case, then the court would reduce the bond to $500 as opposed to $1,000, and the other bond remains the same, and that was $500.
Understood.
Okay. All right, Todd Brule.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have a set of charges here. Battery on a person 65 years of age or older. You're in a no bond status in regard to that. And a charge of simple battery on which the charge is $500 with conditions: no contact directly or indirectly with the victim or co-defendant witnesses, maintain a separate residence, don't return to the scene of the offense, don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, don't possess any weapons or firearms. So, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, please.
All right, Division 19.
Apologies, Your Honor. Did we say the bond as the battery, and did we set no bond as to the battery on the alleged battery on person of 65 age or older?
Correct.
Thank you, Your Honor, for the clarification. Here. All right, so we're here. Your Honor, you can't bond that at the moment. So that's what we're doing right now. I wish you good luck. Please get in touch with us when you can. So, thank you.
All right, next case is that of Kenyon Bryant. What is your name, sir?
Kenyon Bryant.
All right, sir, several things here. A warrant here for robbery by sudden snatching. Your bond there is $5,000. You're released on a possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a place of worship, and that bond at this time would be revoked, and I believe that's all. So Division 10 on the new case.
Your Honor, I'm on that case, sir. So we're going to see what happens there. But if you have any questions on that, you're going to want to talk with the public defender that you assigned. Yes, at the moment you can't bond out. So you're going to get in touch with our office when you can, because it's going to be an ongoing matter. I want to wish you good luck.
All right, your name, sir?
Isaiah Cordero.
Mr. Cordero, sir, you've got a warrant here that was issued for failure to appear on possession of methamphetamine, possession of 20 grams or less of cannabis, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And it states here you failed to appear, so you're in a no bond status. Now, do you want me to appoint a lawyer? Was the public defender previously appointed?
Yeah, public defender.
All right, public defender is appointed, if not reappointed, Division 16.
That may not be an immediate excuse upon no jurisdiction, so we're gonna is your one against us? That isn't, I'm going to motion.
I was incarcerated too when I wanted that to happen.
Okay, that one's good luck. Thank you.
All right, next file is that of Kareem Ford.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, two things here. Failure to appear capious on a delivery of cocaine case. You're in a no bond status in regard to that. And then, let's see. Yes, looks like you got another case from 2012, failure to appear. Both of these are Division 14. Appears to be two separate cases, two separate differing case numbers. Sir, was the public defender previously appointed?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. That's Division 14 on both. All right, the next file is that of Joseph Hill. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hill. Sir, you've got a charge of possession of cocaine on which your bond is $1,000. I don't have any financial affidavit filled out for you. Does the public defender know if you've had prior representation?
I do not know at this time, Your Honor. Not in this current case. I do not believe he has a public defender assigned to this case.
Well, let's see. Mr. Hill, are you intending to hire an attorney?
No.
Do you want me to consider appointing the office of the public defender at this time?
Correct.
All right, public defender is appointed, Division 12.
Which one applies for PTR?
All right, so ordered.
Call our number. Doesn't matter.
Call what number?
This one.
Today?
Judge. Judge Spraker.
Yes.
Qualifies for PTR.
Yes.
Okay,
Granted?
okay.
All right,
Yep, granted.
Okay.
Michael Hoyman is the next case. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, a set of charges here. Burglary of a structure, bond $3,500. Grand theft, third degree, more than $300, less than $5,000, bond $150. Dealing in stolen property, bond $150. Receiving money from a pawnbroker with false verification, bond $150. And criminal mischief, more than $200, less than $1,000, bond is $100. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
Office of the Public Defender is appointed, Division 14. Bless you. All right, next file is that of Mark Jokin.
He bought it, Your Honor.
All right. Then Ronald Meekins.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, a set of charges here. Petty theft with 2 prior convictions, 2 counts of that. Your bond is $1,000 count 1, $150 count 2. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Public defender, sir.
Say again?
Public defender.
All right, Office of the Public Defender is appointed. That's Division 12.
Yes, you'll be working with someone downtown.
Your Honor, Wayne Malier is behavior. Malier.
Say again?
Wayne Malier is behavior.
All right, reset. All right, next file I have then is that of James Miller. Is that you, sir?
Yes, it is.
All right, sir, 3 cases apparently. Retail theft, bond $2,500. Resisting a merchant, bond $100. And then another case of retail theft, more than $300. Your bond is $1,000 in regard to that allegation. And lastly, another retail theft, more than $300, bond $1,000. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
All right, we have Division 15, the public defender's appointed. Division 15, first case. Division 11, second case, and 15 again on the third case. Next file I have is that of Kevin Morris.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morris, you've got a set of charges here. Possession of heroin, bond $1,000, and possession of paraphernalia, bond $500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Public defender, Your Honor. I believe I signed up for one already today also.
All right, the Office of the Public Defender is hereby appointed on these charges. That's Division 19.
He qualifies for PTR.
What, do other judges deny PTR if they qualify? All right, bond or PTR on that case.
The bond or PTR.
Yes.
No, you're not RR, you just get out on bond without having to pay bond, but it's still not the case, call it when you can.
All right, next file is that of Lentice Owens.
Yes, yes.
All right, sir, you've got a charge here of failure to report name or residence change as a sex offender. And at this time, you're in a no bond status. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
He's asking if you want a public defender.
Office
yes,
of the
yes, I
Public
would.
Defender is appointed Division 15. All right, the next file is that of Anthony.
Apologies, a moment to confer with records. Oh, yes. Apologies, Your Honor. Apparently, my client does qualify for bond status. Would it be possible, considering he does not have an extensive history, if he could receive a bond today?
Judge, this is the type that comes in at no bond and gets set at IA.
That what?
The failure to report cases, they usually get a bond at IA.
All right. Well, I'm going to then set a bond at this time in the amount of $2,500.
Your Honor, the state asks that the bond be set at 5,000.
Let me look here. All right, having scanned the paperwork once again, the state's request to be granted be the higher amount, 1,000 or whatever. 5,000. All right, now the next file is that of Anthony Parton. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Several counts here, charges. Carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, bond $5,000. And then possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, bond $150. And then looks like 5 counts of possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, bond $150 on each of those 5 counts. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, sir.
Office of the Public Defender is appointed Division 22. All right, next file I have is that of Deon Richardson.
Apologies, Your Honor, I'm still getting my, stick with this on at this time. I want to issue, good. Hold on, you have an appointed public defender. Your Honor, may I have a moment to make a quick call to office? I appear to be running low on paperwork, and I need them to send a paralegal down with replacements.
All right.
Apologies. Just a moment to return to my desk. No, I didn't do. Actually, on second thought, Your Honor, let's do my, Mr. Richardson, and then I need to head upstairs for a brief 2-minute, a brief 2-minute absence to retrieve more paperwork. I
Well-
apologize. There was a lapse in my office's workings. So,
What's the total amount of time you're requesting?
2 minutes.
What?
Or 1 moment, actually. If I may confer with a colleague of mine. Yes. Hi. Apologies.
What did he say?
It appears that we're able to continue the proceedings.
He's ready to proceed.
All right. Then we will proceed. The next case is that of Dion Richardson.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Richardson, sir, you've got a charge here of grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. Bond in your case is $1,000. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer to represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Division 15, public defender appointed.
Sir. Am I eligible for I mean, I'm a foot.
With our office and that we can't, this time we cannot do anything with client because of some fires here right now. We're calling up when you can, that is client currently dealing with, all right? I want to wish you good luck.
All right, next file is that of Emilio Serrano.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you've got a set of charges here. Burglary of a conveyance with assault or battery, no bond at this moment. Possession of a firearm in commission of a felony, no bond. Now, I don't have any application for criminal indigent status. Have you been previously represented by the Office of the Public Defender?
I choose go private.
Say again?
I'm gonna get my own attorney.
Oh, you're going to hire your
Yes.
own lawyer?
Yes.
All right. Well, for what it's worth, that's Division 15. All right, that concludes the case then. All right, next file is that of Logan Schumpert. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, a set of charges here. Possession of cocaine, bond $1,000. Possession of drug paraphernalia, bond $500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Office of the Public Defender is appointed, Division 20.
Records, I see that he didn't qualify for PTR, but the reason was additional notes. Was the detainer, was it concerning the DNA retainer, or?
Just wait for the APHIS to be completed, because he was interviewed.
Okay.
Just waiting on APHIS to be cleared.
Okay, so the APHIS hasn't arrived yet. All right, let's see here. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do at this time. Your Honor, my client has nothing in the way of a record. Would some leniency on the first count be possible at this time?
All right, what's the state's position, if any?
Your Honor, the state will leave it to your discretion.
All right. The bond on count 2 would be reduced to $100 from $500. Count 1 remains the same.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, the next file is that of James Starnes. All right, your name, please.
James Starnes, sir.
Mr. Starnes, you've got a charge here, failure to report name or residence change as a sex offender. The bond was set at $10,000 by the judge. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, sir, if you would, please.
All right, Office of the Public Defender is hereby appointed. Division 16.
All right.
Okay.
When the defendant doesn't fill out the financial affidavit, do the judges appoint the public defender anyway? All right, the next file is that of Justin Upton. Say again? All right, reset. All right, next case is that of Alan Waters.
TJ, sir, is my first name.
All right, T.J. Allen Waters, right?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Okay, sir. All right, you've got a set of charges here: fleeing, attempting to elude a police officer, and driving while license suspended. Now, as to count 1, you had been you did have that bond. It was originally set at no bond. At this time, the court is setting the bond at $10,000. As to count 2, driving while license suspended, that bond is, instead of $2,500, is reduced to $250. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Please, sir.
All right, public defenders appointed, Division 22. All right, the next file I have is that of Jeffrey Ragg.
Yes, sir.
Sir, it's like a set, no, here. All right, you're out on bond on a charge of driving while license suspended or revoked with knowledge of second conviction. You have a new case here, bond of $2,500 on driving while license revoked as habitual offender.
Yes, sir.
So, looking at the history here, the bond on which you are released is revoked, and the new bond is the $2,500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer, sir?
Yes, do that mean I can bond out today?
All right, that's Division 11.
So the original bond is 2,500, on the one you revoked, is the 2,500 too, or no bond? On the one you revoked?
The one the new case is 2,500.
Okay,
The old one is revoked.
revoked, no bond.
All right, we'll have to see about that then, so, don't worry, but, I mean, but, so call us when you can about that. This is an ongoing case as well, so, good luck.
You know,
Okay. Bond and driver's license is revoked. Since we're already out on bond, exactly, it says revoked, so that means you can't bond out just yet. All right, good luck, sir.
All right, next files are that of Bobby Wyrick.
Yes, sir.
Is that you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, just a second. All right, Mr. Wyrick, 3 cases, looks like. Grand theft, third degree of motor vehicle, bond $1,000. Resisting an officer without violence, bond $100. Then another case of failure to appear, and the judge in that case set you at a $500 bond. And then another failure to appear, and that bond likewise is set at $500. So we have $1,000, $100, $500, and $500. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, or do you already have a lawyer?
I would like for you to appoint me one, sir.
All right. Public defender appointed, Division 17 on the grand theft, et cetera. Division 85 on the first failure to appear, and 61 on the second failure to appear. All right, next file I have is that of Mikhail Briggs.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you've got a charge of open container. Bond is $250. I don't have any request for a lawyer from you. Is there any offer from the state on this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, in regard to this, sir, if you wish to enter a plea of guilty or no contest, you'd be giving up, of course, your right to a trial, but the court would adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2 days' time served, impose court costs, $223 payable within 1 year. You don't have to accept that offer. You may if you want.
I accept that, sir.
All right, so ordered. And I believe that's all then.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Was a public defender assigned to Mr. Briggs' case?
No, didn't fill out the request. All right, Paul Clark.
Behavior, Your Honor.
All right, reset.
Behavior reset?
Mel Dawson, or
Yes, sir.
Dawson? Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you have a case here involving an allegation of disorderly conduct. Bond is $250. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, you want a public defender.
All right, public defender is appointed, Division A. Now, in regard to this case, is there an offer from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And what plea would be entered by the defense at this time?
Your Honor, my client does not have a very large history. I think for this particular charge, an adjudication with 2 days going towards a 5 days sentence would be more than sufficient to see justice done on this issue.
All right. If a plea of guilty or no contest were to be entered, the court would impose an adjudication, 3 days credit for 2 days time served, and court costs payable within 1 year.
Okay, so,
273.
sorry, you did not, said you were already in full. You're already in full. Apologies, Your Honor. It appears that something has come up. The defense would like to thank Your Honor for the 5-day offer. But it appears that my client is trying to make a job interview in the morning, not to push matters further. Would a possible CTS be possible in this case, or would Your Honor rather stick with the original offer, which the defense would accept if it were?
All right, I'm sorry, the copier's going, I can't hear you. Speak up or yell or something.
There are important life circumstances for my client tomorrow morning I was only just made aware of. The defense, therefore, while thankful for the judge's offer, would like to ask if a possible CTS was issuable. If not, the offer as stands by the judge would be acceptable.
All right. What did he say? Did you hear?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. 3 days.
I'll take it. Yes, sir.
All right. Apologies, Your Honor. There was a miscommunication.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's gonna be off.
I'm not.
Yes, 2 days, 2 days. Yeah, you get out of there because you don't get 2 days. I thought it was 5 days. Yes. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Your Honor. One moment.
Offer 3 days.
3 days, 2 days served.
AG court costs.
AG court costs. All right. Payable within a year. Good luck, sir.
All right, the next file is that of Darnita Carter.
Yes.
Ma'am, you have a set of charges here. Possession of paraphernalia, bond $500. Loitering or prowling, bond $100. Securing another for prostitution, bond $100. So the total bonds are $700. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
All right. Office of the Public Defender is appointed. That's Division A. All right, next file is that of Damian Jones. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have a set of charges here. Simple battery, bond $100. Resisting an officer without violence, 2 counts of that. $500 on one, $100 on the other for bond. Trespass on school grounds or facility, bond $100. And another case involving simple trespass, bond $100. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
No, sir.
Office of the Public Defender is appointed. Now, let me add one other thing, and that is that you're out on bond on a petty theft and resisting without, and you were ROR'd. That ROR will stay just as it is. All right, now, so the Office of the Public Defender is appointed, and Division A.
Good luck.
All right, next file is that of Dennis Molenda. Is that you, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Molenda, you have a set of charges: petty theft, bond $100, trespass on property after warning, bond $500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Public Defender is appointed, Division A. All right, the next file is that.
Your Honor, apologies. I forgot to inquire if the state had an offer on this case.
No, the state does not have an offer because I do not have the history, and petty theft is an enhanceable crime.
I have the history right here if you would like me to give it to you. Permission to approach the state, Your Honor.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, the state would not be prepared to make an offer on this case.
Okay.
That's our number. Please call.
Okay.
I want to wish you good luck.
All right, then that's all for the moment. Michael Silver,
Yes, sir.
is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you're released on a bond on a drug case. That bond is stayed. New cases or allegations, trespass in a conveyance, bond $100. Resisting an officer without violence, bond $500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Public defender is appointed, Division A.
Did you take any action on it?
No, stay.
Stay. Okay.
Apologies, Your Honor. I forgot to write down for the benefit of my client. Was the bond in the first appearance detainer or matter thereof revoked or?
What do you want?
No. Okay, no action on the first appearance detainer. Apologies. Thank you, Your Honor.
Hmm.
All right. Take the paperwork, sir. I want to wish you good luck. Please pause when you got a bond. You don't have to, okay, this was stayed, no action. You have a bond there and a bond there. 100, 500. You can bond out, sir. Good luck, sir.
All right, next file I have is that of Rosalind Smith. Is that you, ma'am?
Yes.
Ms. Smith, you've got a charge here of trespass in a conveyance. Your bond is $500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
I wasn't sure if I needed one or not, but I said yes.
Well, the Office of the Public Defender would be appointed Division A, and that will do it for the moment.
She qualifies for PTR.
All right? So ordered.
So when I get out.
Get out today, no one, but tell them I'm going to. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, next file I have is that of Wally St. Julian.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you've got a St. Lucie County case here, and let's see, failure to appear, and you're in a no bond status right now, so what happens is you would, let me look here. You would be transported to St. Lucie County to answer to the charges there.
Yo, you mind repeating that for me one more time, please?
All right, only files I have left are the 33-day motions.
You have some bond hearings too.
Say again?
Bond hearings, you have some bond hearings in there.
Ah, all right. Motion for release of defendant on ROR, parentheses, 33-day motion.
No, that's not him though, that's not the defendant, the guy that's, this is Mr. Gross. Yeah, you got quite a few there listed.
Oh,
I just didn't know what order it was coming out in, so, yeah, you have to look through that. That's not him.
Gross. Two. All right, next files I have here, or rather file, is motion, the 33-day motion on William John Gross, input from the state.
No objection to RR, Your Honor.
All right. So ordered.
It says Vega, isn't it? Is there something after Vega?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jace Thompson on behalf of the Office of the Public Defender. For the record, I wanted to, if at all possible, address the case of Todd Brule that you heard earlier. And that's case number 19 CF 3467.
He said from earlier.
What's the?
This is Gomez.
Todd Brule, Bruehl.
19 CF, you said?
19 CF 3467.
All right, that was a charge of battery on a person 65 years of age or older, no bond, and battery $500.
Yes, Your Honor. On the no bond, he is actually entitled to a bond under Florida law. The thing about it is this is a domestic violence case, and it was supposed to be heard in courtroom 2 and not courtroom 1. And I would ask for it to be transferred to courtroom 2, Your Honor.
All right, so ordered. And the order, if any, entered by this court in courtroom 1 would be vacated and set aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we got Vega Gomez.
Your Honor.
All right, now, I've got, looks like 2 cases on Christopher Vega Gomez, cases ending in number 1297 and 1298.
Your Honor, if the defense may be heard at this time, it is the decision of the immediate representative of the Office of Public Defender to withdraw these motions and if to reinstate them then at a later date.
Can you hear what he's saying?
Speak into the mic, because we can't hear you.
Apologies, Your Honor. As I was saying, it is the decision of the immediate representative of the Office of Public Defender to withdraw the motions put forth before you today on behalf of Mr. Gomez at this time.
All right, so noted. And They're withdrawn. All right, now, I've got another file here. It's Elijah Kraft, casing number 1739. So, input from the state.
Elijah Craft. One second, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what was the matter? Apologies. What? I only have a motion to withdraw before me. What was the other matter that we're tending to at this moment?
That's a 33-day.
Oh, okay. Actually, Your Honor, before we commence the 33-day motion, I apologize. I must ask to hear a motion to withdraw from the Office of the Public Defender on behalf of one of our clients.
All right.
Let's see here. Would the judge like a copy of this motion presented to you at this time? All right.
All right.
In that case, I'm going to require either the assistance of records to print it out or to, or if you would like to look at it temporarily, I can go over it. All right. Apologies. There you go.
All right, I assume there's no input from the state.
No, Your Honor.
So ordered, allowing withdrawal.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we have a new
He's here for determination of counsel on this case.
All right, Ayub Abdulrahman, if I
Yes, sir.
pronounce that correctly.
Oh, you did wonderfully.
All right, now, sir, this is noted as a determination of counsel on a set of charges: arson of a conveyance, possession, manufacturing, transporting a firebomb. And I have now been furnished an application for criminal indigent status. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Office of the Public Defender would be hereby appointed. You qualify according to the paperwork here. And that's Division 11.
Your Honor, if I may receive clarification, what was the current bond status of the public defender's newest client?
What was the what?
What was the bond status?
5,000, count 1, 150, count 2.
5,150. Okay.
Here for plea.
All right, we're gonna have to see what we can do, sir. To get the information. I don't have your case with me right now, so I can't give a search. What's your name? Fernando, but I'll be standing the post here. You'll be working with one of our guys now. Thank you. All right, good luck, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right, I have a file here on Mark Kane, and it states plea that he has 38 days credit. Any input from the public defender?
Was Mr. Kane assigned a public defender for his case?
Up on the second page. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Public defender was appointed by Judge Wish.
A moment.
It was originally disorderly conduct. Has 38 days credit.
I apologize, Your Honor. I don't seem to have his paperwork. Was he a reset?
Hmm?
No, he was an add-on docket,
Oh.
add-on docket.
I see. Wow. A moment to confer with state. Mr. Barrington, do you have Mr. Kane's complaint sheet on you?
Is it Antonio?
Or no? Mark Kane. One moment, let me pull up my laptop. All right, actually, apologies. If we may, the account was disorderly conduct originally, right?
Aye.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, if he has been appointed a public defender, then would an adjudication with credit time served be possible at this time if my client were to make a plea to the bench?
This is for disorderly conduct for Mark Kane, we do have an offer. The offer is a withhold $223 in court, $223 court costs, and a $10 filing fee on the disorderly conduct charge.
The withhold to go to the 13th. Can I tell?
She says I'm PTO.
Good. Apologies for the mix-up, sir. All right, thank you, Mr. Barrington.
The 223s are fine.
My client would like to accept the state's offer at this time and plead no contest.
All right, and for plea purposes only, stipulate to a factual basis. What? Hmm? Is this Kane?
I support the factual basis. I think that's the factual.
Yes. Apologies, a moment to confer with state.
All right, there's
Oh, I see, yes, that was the problem. Okay.
notes on the paperwork I have, says plea 38 days.
Ah, I see, yes. Plea, motion, 38 days. Okay, yes, I have that now. One moment. Okay. Okay, so we're not stipulating to the factual basis, we just wish to take the offer from the state. At this time, Your Honor.
Stipulate to the factual yesterday, just for the purpose just of the plea. Yeah, just for the purpose of the plea.
Okay. Apologies, Your Honor. We would stipulate to the facts of the case just for the purposes of the plea, Your Honor.
All right. And let's see, for the record, in case it wasn't previously stated, case number 2019 MO 239. And the note, once again on the file, says be a plea with 38 days. And it looks like, let's see, arrest date was February 3rd. So that's at least 38 days, I believe.
Your Honor, and just for record purposes, the offer is a withhold court cost, $10 filing fee, and credit time served for the days that he spent in OCJ.
All right. And is that you guys' name?
Yes, just get in touch with the officer and he can on the other matter.
Yeah.
All right, good luck, sir. Apologies for the discrepancies, Your Honor.
Let's see. Now, I have another 33-day motion here. Elijah Kraft, case ending in number 1739. State.
Your Honor, denied for Elijah Kraft, sent to clerk file. It was sent to clerk filing. ID is 86258948.
All right.
So the state asks that this motion be denied because this case was sent to the clerk, and the filing ID is 86258948.
All right. So order denied.
That's the rest of them.
So all of these are.
All 30 days, yeah.
All right, now I've got a pile of 33-day motions here. Ryan Beamer, 18, CF 18342.
Your Honor, the state is also asking that this motion be denied. It was filed 3/12. It was filed yesterday, Your Honor.
All right, so ordered. Then another case here, Christian Cutright, case ending in number 1208.
Your Honor, the state is also asking that this motion be denied. It was filed in the filing ID. It was filed yesterday. The filing ID is 86238102.
All right. Next file is that of Lawrence Johnson, case ending in number 1161.
Your Honor, the state is also asking that this motion be denied. It was filed yesterday. The filing ID is 86254763.
All right. Sarah Alicia, case ending in number 1899.
Your Honor, the state is asking that this motion be denied as well. The info was filed on 3/11. Request for administrative transfer filed. Copies provided.
All right, so ordered. Elijah Kraft, case ending in number 16857.
Your Honor, the state is also asking that this motion be denied. It was filed yesterday. Sent to the clerk. The filing ID is 86258948.
All right, so ordered. Molly Fondario.
One moment, Your Honor, I think defense counsel has.
Request from defense, I'm trying to write down the IDs for paperwork purposes back at the office. Could you read the IDs a bit more slowly
All right, that's fine.
for all denials?
All right.
Now, the next case I have is that of Molly Fondario, case ending in number 2001.
Your Honor, the state is asking that this motion be granted. It was sent to the clerk. The filing ID is 862409999. Yeah, that's it for that one.
So I want to make sure I understand. You're requesting the court grant or deny?
Granted, there's a notice of non-filing sent to the
Okay,
clerk.
all right, good enough.
Yeah, that was a mess up, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right, Karen Utter, case ending in number 1836.
Your Honor, the state is asking that this motion be granted. There was a notice of non-filing sent to the clerk yesterday. The
All
filing
right.
ID is 862777806.
All right, so ordered. Molly Fondario, case ending in number 2002.
All right, Your Honor, the state is also asking that this motion be granted. There's a notice of non-filing yesterday on
All right.
3/12.
Daquan Walker, case ending in number 2009.
Your Honor, the state is asking that this motion be granted. There was a notice of non-filing yesterday as well.
So ordered. All right, McHenry Francois, case ending in number 1973.
Your Honor, the state is asking that this motion be denied. Yesterday, there was a request for administrative transfer filed.
All right, so ordered. Rachel Brown, case ending in number 18004.
Your Honor, the state is asking that this motion be denied. This case was filed yesterday. The filing ID is 862729991.
All right. Brandon? All right. Now, we're going to take a recess. How long does the public defender request?
All my cases have already been completed. I don't believe there's anything complicated coming up. 35 minutes, if possible, for staff to prepare our clients.
35 minutes?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. 35 minutes it is by my watch. That would be 20 after 11. But,
Let's make it 11:30, please.
all right, Madam Clerk, she wants to make it 11:30, so 11:30 it will be.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court's in recess till then. All right, your name, please?
Tasharia Adderley.
Ms. Adderley, you've got a charge here of obtaining controlled substance by forgery. Your bond at this time is $1,000. Now, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
All right, Office of the Public Defender is hereby appointed, and that is Division 11.
Your Honor, if the defense may be heard before proceeding, my client, Ms. Adderley, has nothing in the way of a track record. Would it be possible to reduce her bond at this time?
All right, let me review this again. The state have any position in regard to that?
Your Honor, the state will leave it to your discretion.
All right, in regard to this, according to the arrest affidavit, this is one of a number of similar events. So the court feels it would be appropriate to leave the bond as was announced. All right, your name, sir?
Alvarez Perez.
All right, sir, you've got a capias here for a set of charges, failure to appear, no bond, and 2 other failures to appear, no bond. So the judge on that case entered that order. Now,
PD was previously appointed.
all right, public defender was previously appointed, Division 16. All right, next file is that of Jonathan Black. Is that you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you've got a couple of cases here. Purchase of cocaine, bond 1,000. Possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a bus stop, bond 500. Tampering with physical evidence, bond 500. Possession of drug paraphernalia, bond $250. And you have yet a second charge, possession of alprazolam, bond $1,000. Now, sir, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Please.
All right, sir. In regard to the first set of allegations, cocaine, et cetera, that's Division 11. And alprazolam is Division 16.
Okay.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir. Call that number when you can.
All right, Horatio Brock?
It's Orisha Brooks.
There was a typo, Your Honor.
It was messed up.
All right. I did not understand what the individual said. What is your name?
My name is Orisha Brooks.
Okay, Brooke. All right, ma'am, you've got a charge here, attempted aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. And in regard to this charge, do you want me to appoint a lawyer to represent you?
Yes.
All right, the Office of the Public Defender is hereby appointed. That's Division 12.
Yes. Good luck, ma'am. Okay. Yes, sort of.
All right, the next file is that of Cosby Daniels. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. You've got a set of new charges here. Count 1, possession of firearm by convicted felon. Count 2, possession of ammunition by convicted felon. The first count is $4,000 bond. Second is $150. Possession of oxycodone, bond $150. Possession of alprazolam, bond $150. Possession of tetracannabinoids or something like that, bond $150. Possession of cannabis, bond $100. Possession of paraphernalia, bond $100. Now, in regard to this new case here, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, the Office of the Public Defender is hereby appointed. Need to look at one other thing here. All right, now, you're out on bond on possession of firearm by convicted felon, et cetera. And that bond, because of the new charges, is hereby revoked. And Public Defender is appointed, as I say, and Division 17. All right, Esteban Duran.
Yes, sir.
Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. There's several charges here. Trafficking in fentanyl, 4 grams or more, bond $250,000. Possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, there's 3 counts of that, bond $150 each. Possession of controlled substance with intent to sell, bond $150. Resisting an officer without violence, bond $100. And possession of paraphernalia, bond $100. Now, in regard to these allegations, I don't see that you've filed the application for criminal indigent status. Can the Office of the Public Defender advise me as to whether you've got present or former representation?
Your Honor, I did not see if he was being represented by the public defender at this time, and certainly not on these immediate charges.
All right. Well, I'm still looking through all this paperwork for one. No, there is none. That's Division 22, and upon application for appointment of counsel and qualification, a lawyer can be appointed. All right, Candy Glenn.
Oh, apologies, Your Honor. If I may, it appears that Mr. Duran has been incarcerated 3 years prior and is now currently unemployed. He should certainly have indigency status. All right, actually, sorry. Apologies, Your Honor. Okay, so you're gonna have to apply for a public defender's office.
I'm not going to private attorney.
Okay, so you're going to hire private?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so disregard that phone number and just, these are your bonds you have to worry about. I want to wish you good luck. Don't talk to, oh wait, actually, hold on. Don't take that, don't talk to anyone.
Your Honor, wait, what was the division on that case? Was the public defender appointed?
No, public defender was appointed. He plans on hiring a private.
All right, and it was sent to division?
I did not hear the division.
Your Honor, Duran Esteban Jesus, what division was that case sent to?
22.
22, thank you.
All right, that's it for the moment. Candy Glenn. Is that you, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, you've got a new set of charges here. Possession of cocaine, bond 1,000. Possession of methamphetamine or methylene, bond 150. Possession of cannabis, bond $100. And you are released on bond at this time, and that bond would be stayed. And you want me to appoint a lawyer, correct?
Yes.
Office of the Public Defender is appointed, and this new case is Division 11.
Your last one was still good, so you said let us move on. This one? It's stayed, it's good. It's still good. So you don't have any, that sounds horrible, we're going over it at this time.
I just got to wait till the county comes in.
Yes, it appears so. So you can't bond out yet, until the, card show you can't bond out till the other county picks it up.
So, when I can't burn out till the other county pick me up.
Okay, so.
Could I burn out now and then the other county pick me up? I gotta burn out first before the county pick me up.
You have a hold for Lake County.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, so if they have bonds set up for you on those charges, then you can bond out those.
So how would I know that?
I think it would be provided to you. Hold on. Apologies, records. My client apparently has a hold for Lake County. Would she be made aware of any bonds that Lake County Division posted for her? Okay, you'll be made aware as this goes on. Bond number is in. Okay, all right. You can't, in that case, then you put a zero. Okay, you can't bond out yet. Don't worry about the bond that we're posting out because you can't bond out just yet. All right. Yes.
Next file is that of Sandra Gonzalez. Is that you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have two allegations here. Possession of cocaine, bond $1,000. Possession of paraphernalia, bond $100. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, sir.
The Office of the Public Defender is appointed, Division 14. All right, next file is that of Hakeem Henry. All right. All right, Joe Huerta.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you've got a set of charges here. Trespass on property after warning, bond $100. Possession of methamphetamine, bond $1,000. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Public Defenders appointed, Division 14. All right, next file is that of Lano Jean.
Right, here's the bond for this. Again, double check on that. I want to wish you good luck.
Your name, sir?
Lano Jean.
All right, so you've got a charge here, burglary of a conveyance, bond $3,500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, sir, because I
All right.
have no one to
Office
bargain.
of the Public Defender, Division 14 is appointed. All right, next file is that of Jose Maderos.
Try and get in touch with the bondsman. They may have good numbers for you.
Your name, sir?
Jose Madero, sir.
All right, sir. You've got a set of charges here. Driving while license suspended with 2 prior convictions, bond $2,500. And the other case is involving possession of drug paraphernalia, bond $500. You have completed the application for criminal indigent status. You do not qualify for appointment of the Office of the Public Defender Attorney at this time. You do have, let's see, Division 15 and CRA.
Sir?
All right, is that it? All right, the next case is that of Stephen Steen.
Yeah.
All right, sir, a charge here of violation of probation, and there's a conflict in the pleadings here, or the paperwork. You've got 0 bond on the face sheet, and where the judge signed the warrant has a bond of $5,000. So it appears that a $5,000 bond is indicated and has been ordered. Now, sir, there's no application for public defender, so that is Division 22. The public defender is not appointed because there is no request for one. All right, the next file is that of Daniel Vasquez.
Good luck, sir. Yeah, the other attorney does, sir. Good luck.
Your name, sir?
Daniel Vasquez.
All right, sir. You've got a new case involving possession of cocaine, bond $1,000. Possession of paraphernalia, bond $100. You are out on bond on identical charges. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes.
Public defender's appointed. Now, the bond on which you were released is hereby revoked. Next case is that of Jade Childs. Is that you, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Childs, you've got a case here involving a charge of driving under the influence. And do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, please.
All right. Office of the Public Defender is appointed. That's Division A.
Your Honor, my client apparently qualifies for PTR in the revised sheets. She has no priors at all. Would such a action be possible at this time?
All right, so, all right, PTR be allowed. Cyril Ferguson.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you've got a case here involving a charge of driving while license suspended or revoked. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes, sir.
All right, the Office of the Public Defender is hereby appointed, Division A, and the bond, if I didn't previously announce it, is $500. Oh, he does? All right, I'm advised that we have yet another case, a probation violation out of Alachua County on which there is no bond.
Has report requirements.
All right.
Apologies, so it was 500 on the traffic and no bond on the VOP, right?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so we can't bond out just yet, we have that violation of probation. That's it. So call us when you wish you good luck.
All right, next case is that of Kevin Acosta.
Yes, sir.
Is that you, sir? All right. Sir, two cases, it looks like. A charge of petty theft on which your bond is $250, and then an Osceola County case for a violation of probation, so you have to answer that in Osceola County. Now, your bond on this new case is $250, and in this new case, do you want me to appoint a lawyer from the public defender?
Yes, sir.
All right, public defender is appointed, and that's CRA, it says. All right, Quantavia Jackson. Your name?
Quantavia Jackson.
All right, ma'am, you've got 2 charges here, trespass in a dwelling. The bond is $500 as to each one. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you?
Yes.
All right, public defender is appointed, says here, Division CRA.
Your Honor, if the defense may be heard on this matter, I am concerned over a possible clerical error. My client allegedly trespassed in one dwelling before being apprehended. Yet I see 2 charges here for the exact same bond amount. I am concerned that there was as I said, I'm concerned there was an error in the filing of the charges by officers on the scene. I don't think that's any. Let me see.
All right, input from the state.
One moment, Your Honor. Yes, sir, I believe that is an error. It should be 1 count of trespass in a dwelling. I do not, based on reading the arrest report, I do not see why 2
All right,
counts were charged.
no probable cause as to count 2, then we'll say for the record, and public defender still appointed, and CRA.
Before proceeding further, Your Honor, I would like to ask, since we're down to 1 charge, if the state had an offer for my client, because we are on a misdemeanor pleadable.
No, Your Honor, the state does not have an offer.
If I may inquire as to records, I had additional notes for my client not qualifying for PTR. Is that still the case, or?
Yes.
Okay. Right, 1 moment. It is 500 at this time. Oh, no. Okay, that's our number cost from Karen, that's the bond we're currently dealing with. Can you help with that? Maybe a bondsman can help, but I can't say for certain. All right, I want to wish you good luck.
Thank you.
All right, next file I have is that of Kelvin Mobley. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you've got a charge of loitering or prowling. Your bond on that case is $250 at this time. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes.
Public defender is appointed, Division CRA.
Apologies. If I may inquire as to the state, Mr. Mobley was only charged with loitering or prowling, and he doesn't, I have not been provided any history on Mr. Mobley. Does the state have an offer of a plea deal, or?
No, the state does not have an offer.
Very well then. Okay, so at the moment, we don't.
Judge, he has an out on bond case. He's out on bond on the case.
Oh. Hmm?
What's case number?
Are we talking about my client or the next man?
It's, 2017 CF 009346.
And you have the name of the charge for the...
It's possession of cocaine and tampering with physical evidence.
All right. That being the situation on this loitering case, the bond would be increased to $750 from $250 on the new case.
Are you gonna take any action on the other case?
No.
No, stay.
Sorry.
All right, the next file is that of Daniel Penaloza. Is that you, sir?
Yes, my name is.
All right. Mr. Penaloza, you've got a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, bond $500. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, sir?
Yes, please.
All right. Public defender is appointed. That's CRA.
Your Honor, my client qualifies for PTR, and he's been assessed as a below-average risk. Would it be possible to put him on PTR at this time?
If he qualifies for PTR, the same would be allowed and granted. All right, next file is that of Antoine Tyson. Sir, you've got 2 counts here, 2 charges of trespass in a dwelling. Bonds are $500 each, and the total is $1,000, of course. And do you want a lawyer appointed, sir?
Yes.
Public defender appointed, CRA.
Your Honor, if I may, this seems to be the exact same issue we had prior. In fact, it even involved the exact same incident. As before, the police officer seemed to have put 2 charges on the same charge. Could we have I would therefore have a PC challenge to the second trespass dwelling issue.
All right. Count 2, no PC, and the total bond is $500.
That's it. Right now, call us.
All right, Cameron Johnson. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Johnson. Sir, you've got a set of charges out of Polk County, bond $1,000, and in addition, bond $500 for a total of $1,500. And let me check these here.
Is this cadet Carter? What's his name? Johnson and Barbara Ann?
Cameron.
All right, the attachment here provides that we have an active warrant for false imprisonment, bond $1,000, and a battery bond $500, and that's out of Polk County. So the total is the original amount, 1,500. All right, next file is that of Sean Safford.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you've got, looks like a 2-count warrant out of Gadsden County. All right, for violation of probation. So you'll be transported there to answer those charges, sir. All right, next file is that of Carlene Cadet.
Yes.
Just a moment.
The state has an offer for this case, Your Honor.
All right.
The offer is adjudication of guilt 3 days and no return to the location.
All right, ma'am, the public defender's appointed. What says counsel?
A moment to confer with my client.
All right. What court costs on it?
And I didn't go on the property or in my apartment.
Wait, ma'am. State, in light, Mr. Barrington, in light of the fact that my client has no substantial priors, or any priors it appears, would a possible credit time served be, would be possible?
She has, history.
Huh. All right, hold on. Am I looking at the right sheet? Let's see here. I have,
It was updated.
oh, so this is my, this is
Yeah, she
income.
has 1 felony, 3 misdemeanors.
Okay, so she has history. That's very well.
County, and it's open.
The state is not willing to go lower than 3 days.
Okay.
All right.
That's the offer. Tomorrow.
No, I don't need a judge tomorrow. He called me when I was walking with my boyfriend. We're
Wait.
both disabled. We're both disabled. He's out there on home. My mom's strong. I leave today. When we on assignment. Mr. Jack. Does that make sense to burn out? State?
Okay, wait, ma'am, please,
Do
ma'am, please,
anything.
ma'am, please, okay. Right. Your Honor, I apologize for the disruption. I would like to ask on behalf of my client if it would be possible to plead to the bench for a possible credit time served adjudication with no return to the scene and, of course, court costs. If not, then my client will have to choose between either the state's offer or fighting this further on.
It's my understanding, in my notes at least, I have adjudication, 1 day, credit for 1 day time served, no return, $273 in court costs payable in a year. Hmm? What?
The state offer was 3 days.
3 days? Okay, my mistake then. 3 days credit for 1. So, response?
Yes, Your Honor. In light of the fact that the trespass itself was relatively benign, and while my client seems to have priors, now that I've been informed, they are not recent. I do not believe she is a flight risk, certainly. Would it be possible to consider a credit time served if a plea to the bench were submitted?
Let me look here. All right, in regard to this, upon the entry of a guilty or no contest plea, the court would adjudicate guilty and under the facts here, sentence to 2 days credit for 1, no return, and $273 court costs.
I still gotta pay the court costs. That was.
Okay. All right. The next case then would be Barbara Johnson.
Was she gonna? Wait, did she accept the deal or?
Judge moved on to the next case.
Okay. Okay.
All right, your name, please?
Barbara Johnson.
Ms. Johnson, you've got an open container with alcoholic beverages in it, and let's see, your bond is $250. You're entitled to appointment of a lawyer. You want a lawyer appointed.
He's asking if you want a public defender.
Yes.
Public defender appointed, Division A, offer from the state.
Adjudication, credit time served. And this is for Ms. Barbara Johnson.
273. Well, they finally changed the clock. All right, so ma'am, you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up your right to a trial.
Yes, sir.
All right, then the pleas accepted. There's a factual basis here. Adjudication of guilt. 2 days, credit for 2 days, time served. $273 court costs payable within 1 year.
Billy Robinson refused.
Say again?
Robinson refused, Billy Robinson.
Could we have Mr. Robinson reset for, yes, but could we have him reset for tomorrow?
What?
Yes. Billy Robinson. Who you have?
I got Billy Robinson and Kiara Thomas.
Kiara Thomas. Bishop Bond.
Yeah, booking them.
Judge, what's the, booking number for Kiara Thomas? 7618, 1900 7618.
Kiara Thomas.
Yeah,
She bonded.
she bonded.
Okay, good for her.
And Billy Robinson.
All right, Billy Robinson was brought in yesterday, looks like, but was mental health at that point.
Refusal.
He refused today.
Refused? Well,
You wanna reset one more time?
all right, well, try again one more time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, then that would conclude this afternoon's docket. Are there any objections to that?
No.
Madam Clerk doesn't object.
These two documents, they missed Carlin in there. We did that one, but you didn't take these.
Bond statement?
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right, bonded.